I'm so back. I am so back. I'm so back. I did so well on this card. I'm excited to go over it. Let me get my. Let me actually fix my source real quick. I forgot to do that before. All right. All right. So let's get right into it. Cody Brundage versus Eric McConaughey. I went with Eric McConaughey because I just thought he was better, and Cody Brundage just isn't good in any way. And I saw an Eric McConaughey win here, and Eric McConaughey won. And I saw a lot of people screaming robbery, 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 robbery. Shut the fuck up with that robbery bullshit. This is no robbery, dude. Listen. I I picked Eric McConaughey, and I think Eric McConaughey can win. I think Cody Brundage can win. I think this is like a swing fight. Honestly, it's super close. Fights this close, you do not scream robbery because then you ruin it for other fights that are robberies. You can't put this fight in the same category as a fucking Alexander Volkov versus Cyril Gane. You can't put him in the same category here. Dude, Cody Brundage literally got dropped in the first round, and Cody Brundage had some control time against the fence. Oh no, he didn't do worth shit for damage. Like Eric McConaughey won rounds 1 and 3. If you want to give round 1 to Cody Brundage, I'm fine with that because Eric McConaughey, to be fair, he only had one moment where he dropped Cody Brundage, and then Cody did control him and land a few shots, but there was no damage for Cody Brundage. So, people that are screaming robbery, I honestly really do question your IQ level on the sport. If you give the fight to Cody Brundage, that's fine, but you have to do it just barely. You know, like honestly, with the winner of this fight, you kind of whoever you think won this fight, you kind of have to argue your claim. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel about this fight. But hey, Eric McConaughey got it done. Like I said, people were calling me. I actually want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something because I don't know how to edit it into the video. I'm going to be honest with you guys. So I'm just going to have to show you on my phone. Where is it at? Right here. So this guy, right? He tweeted at me and said, "Post your McConaughey bet so we can all point and laugh." Right? Wait. So I made this video.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Where I showed him saying post your McConaughey bet so we can all point and laugh because he was making fun of me that I picked Eric McConaughey. So I appreciate that Eric McConaughey for proving me right and being able to laugh back at these motherfuckers. So thank you, Eric McConaughey. Honestly, cut Cody Brundage. He should never fight again in the UFC. And if Eric McConaughey loses one more time, probably cut him too. Moving on to Gabriela Hernandez versus Julia Stoliarenko. Now this fucked my my bet here because I said that where is it at? Oh yeah. I said that Gabriela Hernandez would fight for less than 10 minutes. That didn't happen. Because Gabriela Hernandez fucking finished Wang Kong in less than 10 minutes. But she couldn't do it to fucking hold on, she finished Wang Kong in less than 10 minutes. But she couldn't do it to fucking 11-10 Julia Stoliarenko. 11-10. It is a dog shit record, man. You can't fucking finish her in less than 10 minutes. Embarrassing, honestly. Because Stoliarenko is awful, and Fernandez should have been better than this. But she clearly won. She beat up on her regardless. So it is what it is. Moving on. Uros Medic versus Gilbert Urbina. Fuck, I took Gilbert Urbina. He almost fucking did it. He got a knockdown like immediately, and I was like, oh, another underdog pick. But nope. He fucking Uros Medic gets up and fucking flatlines Gilbert Urbina. It was a very short fight, not much to talk about, but it was a minute long. But it was very fun. 2 knockdowns in a minute, hurting each other with shots. No chin on either side here. I will likely pick against both of these men going forward. But it was a very entertaining minute-long scrap. So I'm not mad. It was, can't be mad at a fight like that. It was beautiful, so. It is what it is. Congratulations, Uros Medic. You'll lose your next one. Sucks for you, Gilbert Urbina. You'll lose your next one. Moving on. Jocelyn Edwards versus Priscilla Cachoeira. Dude, this was nasty by Jocelyn Edwards. This was nasty. What was it, like a fadeaway hook? Put Priscilla Cachoeira down. I've been saying this for years. Priscilla Cachoeira is absolute doo-doo, and Jocelyn Edwards is pretty good. All because she lost to who was it that she just lost to? All because she lost to. It's not on here. Where the fuck? When did that? Yeah, Perez. All because she lost to Eileen Perez does not mean she's garbage. Because Eileen Perez is good. Eileen Perez is really good. So, Jocelyn Edwards to come back. I mean, dude, she's on what, like a 4-fight KO streak, actually. So, dude, she's out here actually doing work for the women's bantamweight division. So, keep an eye on Jocelyn Edwards. She could be a problem in this division going forward. And Priscilla Cachoeira should be released after this. I mean, she fucking won her last fight before this, right? By knockout. So, probably not. But, moving on to Elijah Smith versus Toshimo Kazama. This was nasty, dude. Elijah Smith, Rampage Jackson style slam to counter a triangle choke on Kazama. This was one of those fights where this was one of those nasty knockouts where I knew we would get a mid-event update on him, and thank God he was good. It was so nasty, dude. He picked him up, dunked him on his neck and head, and I don't know if you guys seen it. If you guys watched the replay with the better angle, as soon as Kazama hit, dude, he head clashed with Elijah Smith as well. So with the slam, not only did Kazama get slammed on his head and his neck, but then he immediately clashed heads with Elijah Smith. And then Elijah Smith got up and landed 2 just nasty ground and pound shots that were just absolutely brutal, man. Just some nasty shit, man. It was so nasty, but thankfully Kazama's okay. Thankfully he's okay. But man, Elijah Smith, man, he was the biggest favorite on the card, like a minus 750 or something, was he? Something like that. It was nasty. It definitely excited for him going forward. Kazama, I've never been impressed by him, honestly. Got KO'd by Rinya Nakamura before getting knocked out by Rinya Nakamura was cool. So, he's always kind of been getting, tossed around. But I'm happy he's okay. And Elijah Smith, man, beautiful slam, beautiful performance. Moving on. Julius Walker versus Rafael Caquera. Now, this is another fight. Man, I don't know how guys like this even get a chance to be in the UFC. Julius Walker is dog shit, and Rafael Caquera is somehow worse. How are you a worse fighter than Julius Walker? Julius Walker has, shitty stand-up, and he's got literally no gas tank. He has, Marlon Moraes type gas tank. And it's very unbelievable. And Rafael Caquera almost won it for himself. He almost came back in, I don't know if it was a second or third round, but he was really hurting him. And then he gets dropped by Julius Walker, which was just unbelievably bad. And sad to watch. And Julius Walker tried to stink this fight up with his lamprey, but Kakera was able to get up a few times, but he was really not able to do much when he got up other than hurt him a few times, but he'd get hurt right back, so he really wasn't winning rounds. And, you know, Julius Walker, man, I don't think either of these guys are ever going to win in the UFC going forward. Rafael Kakera, I don't even think he'll fight in the UFC again. This is 3 losses in a row, and he's never looked good. They'll probably cut him after this. And Julius Walker will never fight. Will never be able to beat anybody other than Rafael Kakera if he continues to fight like that and have that kind of gas tank. So, yeah. Just 2 shitty fighters that somehow made it in the UFC. So, moving on to the main card. Hernandez versus Christian Leroy Duncan. I took Christian Leroy Duncan by knockout, I believe. And he got a knockout. Hernandez was actually looking a bit strong out there at first. He was kind of taking down Christian Leroy, looking strong in the clinch and in the grappling. And I was about to say, hold on a minute. Maybe Christian Leroy Duncan isn't who we thought all along. And then he finally made space, threw one of the nastiest spinning elbows. And as soon as that landed, I knew it was over, dude. I jumped out of my seat like, oh, shit. Christian Leroy Duncan is about to finish Hernandez. Because that's just what good fighters do. They finish Hernandez. So, spinning elbow on Hernandez. Eric falls back into the cage. Up against the cage. Some more shots by Christian Leroy Duncan. Hernandez falls. It's over. The fight's over. Great performance from Christian Leroy Duncan. Dude, Christian Leroy Duncan's good, and he's a very underrated prospect. His only loss in the UFC, I believe he only has 1 loss overall in total, right? Let me fact check real quick. Christian Leroy Duncan, yes, 9-1. Wait, no, those are his wins. Where's his record? His MMA record. It's not on here, I guess. Oh, athlete record. I don't know if I'm just blind or if I just can't find it right now. But anyway, as you can see right there, his only loss, at least inside the UFC, is to he's 12-2. It's right there. It's literally right here. Okay, he's 12-2. Only UFC loss is to RoboCop, who is a good fighter himself. So that's not a bad loss to have, especially when you're just coming up in your UFC career. To not get finished by him is quite impressive. So, good performance from Christian Leroy Duncan. Moving on to Miles Johns versus Gene Matsumoto. I've seen a lot of people switched on this. I thought Gene Matsumoto won. I thought this was the correct decision. But a lot of people on Twitter and in the group chats I'm in Twitter were kind of saying, oh no, I thought that was kind of 2-1 Miles Johns. But I'm like, I didn't see that. I saw it for Gene Matsumoto. It happened exactly the way I said it would as well. I said that Miles Johns is powerful, but more times than not, he just kind of looks for that one shot knockout, and he allows fighters to do more than him and kind of just get ahead on the scorecards. And once Miles Johns realizes, oh shit, I've only landed 5 shots and he's landed 20. It's already late 3rd round, and you know he is already a loss essentially. So Jay Matsumoto gets it done. Arguably could have beat Rob Font, but we are moving on with his career. He's winning now. Miles Johns will always be a threat, I guess, to some people. Well-rounded. Moving on. Andre Fili versus Christian Rodriguez. Round of applause for my boy Touchy Fili. I took Christian Rodriguez here, but I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, on a little revelation I made about Christian Rodriguez. I have to stop acting like that this Christian Rodriguez guy is the same guy at featherweight that he was at bantamweight. I mean, at bantamweight, right, he was looking good. He was beating Raul Rosas Jr. He was beating Ricky Simon before beating Ricky Simon was cool. He was, he had a few other good wins. Let me kind of look at it real quick. You know what? I have to stop doing shit on my phone. I'm gonna start doing shit on here so you guys can see what the fuck I'm looking at. So Chris Rodriguez, when he was down at bantamweight, right? When he was down at bantamweight, see, he was beating Simone, he was beating Bulgarian, he lost to Erosa at featherweight, right? That's when I was starting to think, hold on, he's not the same guy. Okay, all right, we go down here. He lost to Jonathan Pierce. Okay, beat what's his name? Austin Wims. Is that his name? Austin. Beat Raul Rosas Jr. Impressive. Beat Ricky Simon at the time was pretty impressive. Beat Bulgarian, which I feel like thinking he might have actually lost that, but they lost to Erosa. Then he beat Austin Bashi, and he competed well against Rodriguez, but lost. Then he just lost to Andre Fili. So yeah, C-Rod is good, but I have to start realizing that if his opponent does not have a 0 in the loss column, then he's just not going to beat him. Chris Rodriguez can only beat undefeated guys, so I'm going to keep that in my head going forward. I love Andre Fili, and I actually wanted him to win this. One thing about me is, yes, I do picks, and yes, I would like to be good on picks to show my, show my IQ for the sport, but if I pick against someone I want to win, I would rather get my pick wrong and the other guy win. So I'm happy for Andre Fili. I'm happy I got it wrong. I love Andre Fili. He's such a cool fighter, one of the coolest fighters, man. So hopefully he continues to win going forward, but he's older. So anyways, yeah, good win for Andre Fili. Moving on and I do really want to like Chris Rodriguez, because if you guys don't know, he trains under Anthony Pettis, and Anthony Pettis is one of my favorites of all time. When I first became a fan in the UFC in 2017, Anthony Pettis was like one of the first fighters I like. Like, I went back and watched literally every fight he ever had in the UFC and WEC, back in like 2017, late 2017. And I was like, dude, this guy is so cool. Like, he's so cool. So I watched every fight since like late 2017. So that's why I always really wanted to support Chris Rodriguez, because I know he's under Anthony Pettis. But good win for Andre Fili. Moving on to Yasmin Lucindo, Angela Hill. I took Yasmin Lucindo here over Angela Hill. She's just borderline male, and sometimes you really just gotta pick that when it. Although I totally understand an Angela Hill pick here. She has always been and always will be a very sneaky good pick. Cause like if you look at her record, dude, like I swear to you, half of her losses are robberies that she should have won. Half of her losses are like robberies that she should have won. So Angela Hill is a lot better than her record suggests. So I definitely understood an Angela pick here. But I went with Yasmin Lucindo because, again, borderline male. They just too strong, When they like women, I typically don't pick against them. Moving on. Steve Erceg versus Odiaz. Dude, I'm in the co-main event already. Wait, how fast have I been going through this? 19 minutes? Alright. Have I missed anything? I feel like I talked about every fight pretty well. Anyways, moving on. Steve Erceg versus Odiaz Osbourne. I do have some things I want to say about this. You guys know how I feel about Steve Erceg. He beat Alejandro Pantoja like he just did. And if you don't believe me, if you want to see why I believe he actually beat him, look at this. I was like very sick one day. Very sick one day. And I was laid up in bed. I took the day off work. Laid up in bed. And I actually went on Twitter and I said, in my bed, sick as hell, I'm going to rescore Steve Erceg versus Alejandro Pantoja because I remember it being controversial. And I scored round 1 Pantoja, round 2 Erceg, round 3 Erceg, round 4 Erceg, and round 5 Pantoja. 48-47 Steve Erceg is what I did. Even this guy, I thought Erceg had that pretty comfortable as well. So like, it's not a super hot take, but I do think Steve Erceg won that fight. And then he gets KO'd stiff by Kai Kara France, and then he loses to Brandon Moreno, and then he lost to who else did he lose to? No, that was it. It was 3. Yeah, Pantoja, Erceg, and Moreno. 3-fight losing streak, and then comes back to fight short notice Ode Osborne. I feel like he should have just easily outdone him, but dude, there's no knockdown on here, but he knocked down Steve Erceg in round 1. When you hit the canvas as a result of a punch, that's a knockdown. And then Steve Erceg honestly got this down a little bit with his grappling. His grappling looked pretty good. Was taking the back of Ode. Almost had a few submissions. I do want to say, though, Steve Erceg had a locked in. He was under the chin of Ode Osborne. Under the chin. Hand behind the head. Like, it was a locked in rear naked choke. Fumbled it. I don't know how he fumbled that, but Steve Erceg did not look that good here in this fight, in my opinion. I don't think he looked pretty good, especially since Ode Osborne really isn't that good. Ode Osborne is a fucking try not to yawn. Ode Osborne is a what is that dude's name? Whatever. That one Mexican that said the N-word. What's his name? Whatever. He lost to him, and I don't think he's that good. So, something Rodriguez. Ronaldo Rodriguez, I think. He's a Ronaldo Rodriguez victim, and that's not good. But Steve Erceg did win. I saw some people actually saying they scored for Ode Osborne. Stop it. It was a bad performance from Steve Erceg, I agree, but he won pretty clearly. Moving on to the main event. The main event. I'm gonna actually take a few minutes to gloat and brag at the end of this video, because I feel like I deserve it for this pick. I'm gonna actually show you guys how beautiful of a prediction this was, down to a T, dude. Domination and a perfect call by me. So, all right. As you guys can see right here on my verdict, look at this. Look at this. Anthony Hernandez by submission in round 4. Go ahead. By the way, if you have verdict, go ahead and add me. Add me on verdict. Dude. Anthony Hernandez, submission, round 4. Beautiful, right? And then I even tweeted this. I was so confident in Anthony Hernandez, and I knew he wasn't going to lose. I was just tweeting stupid shit. Like, look at this tweet I made. I accidentally screenshotted. Fluffy Hernandez is going to dominate Roman Dolidze. I've just spammed emojis. And then I posted... Okay, I wasn't prepared yet. But I posted this as well, just being stupid after it hit. Just being stupid, man, because I was so happy with with that prediction. With that beautiful prediction. So, man, that's gonna wrap this up. But I do want. I feel like my picks were just outstanding on this card. So let's actually go through this real quick. Okay, so Eric McConaughey, Gabriela Fernandez, Oros Medic, correct and wrong. Jocelyn Edwards, Elijah Smith, Julius Walker, Christian Leroy Duncan is 6, G Matamoto is 7. So 7 correct and 2 wrong because I picked C-Rod. Yasmin Lucindo 8, 9 Steve Erceg 10. So I went 10 and 2 on this card overall. That is so beautiful, and it's actually crazy because betting on fighters, I actually didn't have a parlay this weekend, and I would have hit so beautifully, dude, because I would have parlayed Roman Dolidze. No, I wouldn't have. I don't know why I said that. I would have parlayed Fluffy Hernandez, Steve Erceg. I might have put C-Rod in there. I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely would have had one without him. So I would have done Anthony Hernandez, Steve Erceg. I would have done Christian Leroy Duncan, Elijah Smith, and Eric McConaughey, dude. I would have parlayed those 5, dude, and made fucking bank, dude. Bank. But I'm gonna make bank because I'm gonna put some parlays together for this next weekend. UFC 319, Duplessis versus Chimaev, which, by the way, I'm excited for. But I just wanted to brag at the end here about how perfect I might have even said in my prediction video, I don't think Roman Dolidze is going to win a round. And he did not. He didn't even touch a round, dude. His best round was round 1, and he lost that round. Congratulate me in the comments. I would appreciate it. Look at my shorts. I posted another bragging video on my YouTube shorts and on my Twitter about Fluffy Hernandez. Dude, some of the pictures that came out for Anthony Hernandez were so hard, dude. Like, there's this one. Like, this one, dude. This picture is so tough, dude. Like, he lives for this shit, dude. Smiling at a punch that's being thrown at him by Roman Dolidze. And then he even had another one that was like... It was like the choke. Where's the choke? I ain't gonna sit here and look for too long. He Anthony Hernandez wants to fight RDR, and I actually would pick Anthony Hernandez in that fight to beat RDR. But dude, we ain't doing it for no BMF title. Anthony Hernandez, shut it. But that's gonna do it for this video. I just wanted to come on here, brag, and because I did fucking amazing this card. I did amazing overall, and even better in the main event. This is one of the best. This is probably the best card I picked all year. But next weekend's gonna be better. I'm telling you guys, dude. I'm telling you guys. I got some sneaky underdogs next weekend, and I got some really good picks. I'm telling you guys. This fucking parlay I'm about to drop for this weekend, bro. You guys might want to, see and take notes. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm about to head out of here. I'm about to go do some stuff because I got work tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Monday, so I want to enjoy the rest of this night before I got to go in tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't. I try to post every week. And I post every week. Predictions and results at the very least. If I have time or if there's worthy MMA news, I'll drop a random video about some stuff. I just dropped a random video about making an ideal UFC pay-per-view card, so go check that out. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and I'm out of here. Fluffy Hernandez!